So see here, from last few days now we have been discussing about scripting, right? Scripting is one of the core, and we know that. That's why we ask to daily practice it. Okay. So see how we started is we started somewhere around what is the first two topic we started with scripting ma? Service now architecture we started, right? So why we discuss the service now architecture is before we start scripting, we should understand there are two main entities of service now, client side and server side. Okay. And in between, okay, there is something called script layer where it gets the scripts transactions converted into system readable database readable language. Why it needs to convert it ma? Yes, no. Why it needs to convert it? If I execute some code in the here background script, why the script layer in between should convert that and then get it executed? No one. What happened, ma? Right. The database is based on MySQL or something. Okay, now it is MongoDB, whatever they are telling it. Okay. So the database is in with one format, and now you are writing here from JavaScript. Okay, that too API based, right? In different formats. So how system will understand it? Okay, that's the reason. Now that time we just touched it, but now see when you have some function. Okay, let's say gr dot. Okay, delete, right? Something or update or maybe gr dot. Okay, set value. Okay, maybe active equal to true, false. What exactly it is doing is it is a class. Okay, this is a class. It holds so many functions, which we call it as API. And this function, no, sorry. Ah, okay, let's say like this. So when you say this one and with this format, now system knows that there is a field here like active. Check that field and change the field to false. It will go to database, convert this line to okay SQL readable form, and then convert do the action, and then anyway we are saying gr.update. Okay, it will update the record. You are instructing in a Java code, and here system is converting into SQL code to SQL transaction. So this is how the API that built. It is already built, and the library is also available. This how it will work. Correct, na? That's why we introduced ServiceNow. Okay, uh, the platform, how it behaves it. Okay, and then client scripts. Here in client scripts, what we discussed, ma? So here, when we discussed the scripting introduction, we also seen the basic structure, like, okay, so what kind of scripts we can discuss as part of client script? Can someone give any examples? Anyone, any example for client script? So when we are introducing client script, we discuss like this can be client script, that can be client script, right? Right, right. So validations, auto populations, okay, field comparisons, right? Setting some values, those things and all we can do using client script. How about server side script? What examples we covered as part of server side script? Getting user details, okay, one example. Server side script. Yeah, we can do the CRUD operation. That is a very important point we touched there. Okay, we took one example. Okay, we went to one table. Okay, and there we updated some 10 records. Maybe short description to escape equal to something we discuss. We ran it on that day, right? Description field, I think, right? Took some 10 in this reads with with some query, and description equal to escape description plus escape is something we discussed it. You remember it? Huh? You remember that particular one by any chance? The code also I can. Okay, let me give one second. I need to do one more thing, please. Videos is fine. Keep it. And here, what is the class number? Hmm. Okay. Yes. Keep this one. And here, this is what we are discussing now. So, introduction. No. Yes. Here, not here. Here, na. This one. So, this example which we discussed is, okay, server side. This one. So we have an application, right? And we went with one of the filter, getting all tickets with false, and then we are updating some value to true. There is a field which we created. We thought like it is false, okay, but for that it should be true. So we updated it, right? What the script is doing, my everyone can tell me. We are going to farmer table. There is a field called request, okay, which is false, and it should be true initially. So we set to true, right? And here we said CRUD operations because we did update here. Maybe there you do initialize or insert or delete or anyway we are doing query read. So all CRUD operations you are doing on database level directly. So this is the example we discussed about server side, correct? And also what we discussed else, the same thing, how system will convert a JavaScript to that one and all, right? All good. And also the dependencies of server-side script. So now glide record we learnt it. So the glide record part, where are the places we use? We started seeing business tool. Business tool completed. UI action. One UI action created. Okay. And then script include. We used it. Background script. We have been using it. Right. Fix script. I didn't touch it. I will touch it now. Schedule jobs. We seen yesterday. Okay. And later, okay, if you go through workflows, there also run script, you can write it script, integration scripting, you can have there also. Okay, transform map scripting, there also you can use glide record. So, in all these places, server side script will come or being used. This is what the introduction we covered, right? Yes, no, yes. Okay. So now, if you see the questions now, service now's interview point of view, what kind of questions you get it here is maybe nothing. In this page, we don't get anything called interview question. Maybe you can say like, okay, this is the next. Maybe if someone asks you, can you just give me some samples for client-side scripting or some samples to server-side scripting? Any example? You can pick that example or this example. Okay. So this is the first introduction class, right? Now, if you go to the second one, here we discussed exactly what is client script. Okay. We didn't discuss API, which is GForm. We didn't started it. Okay, but we discussed about client script types here. What are the client script types? Okay, what is the difference between each type and when they trigger? So we took something called event. Okay, event is like a situation when it will run. So what are the four clients? How many types of client scripts, ma? Okay, types. Okay, okay. So uh, first I will say, okay, when I say yes, one person needs to give one example. You don't need to tell your name, but you need to start it. Okay. So yeah, one on change client script example, please. Auto population. Okay. And what else? Okay. Auto population of user details. What is the script, ma? Let's say you have a field called employee. Okay, you underscore employee. That is an employee. After that, you have manager, email, and first name, last name. Whenever I have selected the employee, I need to get those four details automatically come. So what is the script we need to do? This one, right? So okay, Yeah, here is the script. Yeah, we need to get that reference value into a variable. Okay, and the USR is the entire object of the field, the selected one, and then use that USR email, USR manager, USR. Maybe you are setting. Okay, this is commented. Okay, you are setting only two values here. Okay, email ID and manager. Those two you are setting for two more fields in the form. First name, last name also you can set it. Right? This is an example we I think discussed it and also you also practiced it. But this is very 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 important scenario. Okay. And now, okay, this can be used. We can discuss later. So this is what we discussed on the day. Right? Everyone copy ba? Yeah. Next one. What is the next one? On load client script. Anyone can give me one example. Any other example for on change? Someone said VIP, right? VIP, if VIP value changed, yeah, right. Caller is VIP, then set the, okay, ma. Urgency should be high. Okay, this is another example. So same time, you get reference of this one. If okay, VIP equal to true, then set the values of these two. Urgency and priority. No, urgency and something else. Okay, then it will also set the priority. Okay, now onload client script. What we covered? What is the example you can tell me? Onload client script. Uh-huh. When? When you want to, while loading the form. Right. If the priority is one, is high, what we are doing here? Alert is. Okay, maybe any other examples of our onload client script? Right. So first time when you are loading the form, caller name, caller details should automatically come. It's not on change, but on load. First time it should come. Then next time, if you change it, then it should auto populate. So first time load also can be done using on. Okay, first time, okay, on loading time. Okay, caller details come. Caller details, auto population. Yeah, we can club it, ma. There is that one, first line is there, na? The first line where we remove that. Yeah, yeah. So is loading equal to, we will remove this one, I think. Right? Yeah, if we remove it, then it works for onload and on change client script. This is very important interview question. You can note it, ma. Okay. And then onload, then what we discussed on cell edit, on submit. Yeah, what we can discuss about on cell submit? Can someone give me an example for on submit? Uh, okay, so submission time, if you want to validate something and then do something, then you can do this on submit client script. Okay, so that is one of the anything more. Maybe attachment check. Okay, if you want to make sure that attachment is available, then only allow to proceed. That also can be on change client script. Or sorry, on submit. Okay, or submission time. Okay, if you want to see some value, so see here in on in change management. Okay, caller start date. Sorry, change start date, state end date is there. Okay, if state equal to like if the date equal to higher or lower, no, then comparing it and giving a final message and then stopping it. And all add error message, info message, those and all can be controlled. Right now, so date validation. Okay, and then what else? Like attachments. Sorry, ma. Kind of. Right. What is that other one? Someone was telling. What? What we are asking? Manager field. If we can see, we can keep it as mandatory. It will automatically ask. No? You want to not show as a mandatory, but still force it. Huh? We can do it. Use mandatory something. Okay. Okay, let's say I will take it. Force to fill the fields. Okay. Now, apart from this, think now after script include what else you can do. Let's think like, okay, there is a caller field, okay, and there is a list field, okay. List field is getting the things from group table, okay. Now, if I select the caller, now, well, when I am submitting it, I need to get, okay, those groups which is part of, and then assign those groups to that list field. Just set value. Can it be done? You are getting my question, ma? You are getting my point, everyone? Everyone got this one? So you write a script include, get the groups of the person, okay, return equal to sysids, like you will print it container. Container will get you all the sysids because you are pushing it into, and then you have comma separated, na? Assign that value to, okay, the list field which you have it in client side. Correct? You are getting it for same like this this one. What do you say? We did for this one roles. PA contributor. Yesterday also we seen it now. The groups getting the groups from script included from client side. List field is not reference come choice. Come why come came? List field is a field where you can select multiple reference values. It's not a single reference value. We didn't see it. 1 second. Yeah, ma. What is the field that we created? What is the table? Career guidelines, huh? Cubicle, right? So see here in cubicle, what list field we created? So this is the list field. Okay. Members, where it is a reference field, but still you can select multiple values here. When you select multiple values, the values will be separated by comma. Okay. If I read this variable, now this is ID, comma, this is ID. Okay. Now I have a field called groups, and now I select the employee name as Abraham Lincoln. I want all the groups should come automatically here when I am submitting it. This is what my situation. Now what you do, you write a script include function to get all the groups from GR member table, and then call that script include from client script and get that answer, set that answer to set value of this one. Correct? We yeah. So okay, next on cell edit. What we can discuss on cell edit? Maybe it is very limited one. So on yeah, list view. Okay. Just like what you said, ma? Can you please repeat it? Uh, yeah. So field update restriction or something you can say. Okay, or maybe some dependency. If this field is state equal to closed, then it should also update with closure nodes or something. So like that, field update restriction. Uh, Validation also. But we have some limitations. So not everything can be validated, right? So in list on shell edit client script, what is the important function? Ma? Save and close. Save and close one line will be there. Maybe if you see it, I think where is your code, ma? Save and close. Just give me a second. Where is on-cell edit? Right? No. So see here, this function is very important. Okay. On-cell edit, you are, this is important. Okay, here you don't can do anything, but you need to use this one. It will allow the save, it will not allow the save. Now this will allow, this will not allow. This is very important line in on-cell edit. Correct? Yes, no. It is a function, defined function, ma. It's already there in this. Yeah, right. Okay, so these are the important four types of client. There are the four only types of the client script, and we need to do. See, now you know the concepts. When you are attending the concepts, you have to come up with at least two scenarios for each one and with a code. At least two means minimum two. It is not equal to two. Okay, maximum it's up to your thing, your time, your dedication, your interest. Okay. Also, there are few important questions like unsalaried. Where is that? Very good. Okay. Here, what is the old value? What is the new value? Okay. What is ease loading? Okay. Ease loading. What is the use of ease loading? If I want to convert a on change client script to on load client script, this one can be done. That means ease loading is telling us that load when you are loading it, that time run the script. Okay. Now, as per this particular line, is loading equal to true. The value of this one is equal to true. Okay. So you did keep anything. Return you said in false you have this code. Okay. If you say anything here now, loading time if you want to execute, maybe you can copy paste the same thing. That also works in is loading also. Or remove that. Right? Correct? We did this exercise ma, very detailedly we did it. Okay, please go through it. And is template. There is something called template on the form. Okay, when you are applying a template, okay, to your record, just give me a second. Yeah, so here you see templates. No, no, you can't see templates. We created a template, right? Right? Here we created a template. So that time you are applying a template. If you are applying a template, that time if you want to run a script, then is template equal to true, you say. Okay, so we also shown this one, right? So this is also one of the touching point for interviews. They may ask you, okay, what is the new value, what is the old value, what is each loading, what is each template and all. Okay, so please note them and then prepare them. And here one more important control, leave it, not required. If they ask it, say no, I don't know, because I don't know. Okay, just to get it, let's prepare maybe just check once. Okay, I don't know, Mariel. I try to understand it. It is like current HTML values, CSS values. It contains the DOM control, but we don't control the DOM here. We don't write CSS HTML. That's why we don't care about control. Okay. So ServiceNow client script best practices. Okay, this is our next topic. In next client script best practices, the first one is avoid DOM, right? So we don't try to write DOM here. Okay, DOM itself is like maybe HTML related, document object manipulation or something. Okay, so we don't use it much. So control is also not required for us. But as someone suggested, said it gets the control of HTML part of the page. Okay, now client script best practices is one of the very important question. It not only client script but scripting best practices. Keep as many comments as possible, write the logical code, and when you are using get reference, maybe use callback function. Okay, callback function in the sense, see here, if this is the code, okay, instead of writing like this, okay, I will write like this. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Let me function. Uh, user. Okay, so we created a function and this user get reference of dot. I think I need to give pop here. Okay, so see here that line and this line both are same but not same. Okay, why same is functionality, the result wise it both are same, but execution side they are not same. This now this one executes as asynchronous. Earlier it is synchronous. What does it mean is, okay, system will run this one. Immediate second run this one. Immediate second run this one. So if there is a delay from server to client, these two will fail. That is the reason when you are using get reference, now sometimes field updates will not happen. Okay, so you are setting the value using your user.email, but the call is not yet come back. The object is not yet reached to this user. So user.email undefined, I don't know. Okay, so this is synchronous, right? So now if you use asynchronous means callback function, what is a callback function is, okay, you are running a callback function here. So till the time the function executes, get the values or set the values, this line will not move to the next line. So calling back a function, that is the meaning. So execute the function and then go to next one. You got it, my everyone? When I was discussing, someone asked what is callback. I said later we'll discuss it. Now this is the abbreviation or definition. Clear? So one second. No, asynchronous is the best one no, to control the performance. Yeah, because system synchronous means see this it will wait, but asynchronous it will get let it wait. Oh no, sorry. Now it is waiting. It is waiting to get the things and apply. But for this requirement, we need to get the values to let it wait. Maybe some 2 minutes, 1 minute, or not that many, 2 seconds or 1 second. But let it wait. We need the values. If not, then this will not update. That is like failure. Yeah, it waits. It not waits. It's fine. But to execute correctly is our main agenda. Okay. So we use callback function. Okay, so use callback functions when you are using get references. Avoid DOM manipulations. Okay, keep more what do you say comments, and there are list of right list we given it. That is one of the very important. Okay, try to understand it. Don't by heart it. So every line is a concept. Okay, and then immediately, what is the difference between client script and a UI policy? Here also we will get ample of questions. First difference, and then which one will execute first. Okay, which one will execute next? Can I able to write a script in the UI policy? Yes, you can write it, but why you can't write it? You have script client script class. Which is the best one to use? UI policy or a client script? UI policy is the best if you can able to do your activities, but you can't do all the activities using UI policy, right? Then you have to write a client script. So see here, if I want to explain that in a simple manner, see here, I have a state here. Okay, so state value is, I think we covered it. Can anyone able to recollect and then tell me here why we need to go for client script? Okay, let's say like this. So on hold, we have on hold region. In progress region. Okay, new new region. Closed region. Resolved region. So we have five fields here. Okay, now the availability and making the mandatory of these fields. Okay, by selecting of each type, right? If you have that requirement, if you write it in UI policy, you have to write how many UI policies, ma? Maybe six, right? You can't set multiple condition in UI policy page, right? Agree? Okay. So what is the alternative? Write one client script, get this value. If new, okay, if state equal to new, do 2 lines of code. Okay. If state equal to in progress, do 4 lines of code. So whatever you are showing here, you are hiding there. Showing here, hiding there. Showing here, hiding there. See everything you can do. So one client script is replacing 6 UI policies in this example. Okay, That is also best, this is also best, but in UA policy you can't do all. So that is very important topic when it comes to UA policies with client script, the differences. Okay, so maximum, these are the general questions we will get it from. Okay, you should be very strong in this area before you start seeing the all advanced questions. And in GFARM also, okay, I think we discussed all the APIs. Okay, so see here, where is our notes? I think that is a notes. Okay, client script, right? So here we discussed so many functions. Now in this so many functions, we discussed main important functions. All are important. Okay, add info message, add an error message, and flashes and all not required. Getting setting sections. Okay, every GFARM method that we discussed is very important, and especially setting it. Okay, getting it, setting it. When you are getting a value from a type of field, what value it is getting for you? That is very important to understand it. Okay, if I get a value of a reference field, sysID. If I get a value of a string field, string. If I get a value of a choice field, then the backend name of the choice. Where the choices will go on Storm? Dictionary. Who said dictionary? This underscore choice table. Why dictionary came into picture, ma? You are very weak in the basics, na? If you say dictionary. Okay, sys underscore choice table, ma. Right? So now this is the expectation from client script side. Everyone clear? Okay. Now keep this as base and then try to prepare as many codes as possible. See here, this is auto population, this is all practice thing. Okay, auto population is one of the important, so one example. And then next, group network category hardware restriction. So maybe we are doing, so what we are doing on submit client script, getting the value of assignment group category equal to, like, also category also you are getting it, and compare doing multiple validation. Okay, if category equal to hardware and group equal to some xyz, SIBA, how, okay, let's say you developed it. Okay, I am a developer, I want to understand. So how can I know which group it is? So better we write, okay, something like this, or this says, okay, group sysID and the value of group. This is what I said. Okay, service test group. Okay, so if you start writing these kind of comments, it gives a good value, and it also saves your time and people time. Right? Is that correct, ba? Okay. So what you are doing here, you are clearing all the messages and you are keeping one message to understand whether you are entering into if or not, yes, and then returning false. So you are not allowing user to submit it if these two are true. No, false. So if these two are true, then you are allowing it. Okay, means return false, no? Okay, reverse, not allowing. Return false means not allowing. Okay, so yeah, you are forcing user to select these two. Okay, I don't know why, but you practiced it. Okay, so when it is category equal to this one, so only this group should be selected. Maybe that is the example, I think. Uh-huh. Submit it. Yes, ma'am. Understood. Okay, so this is example, and next one is, okay, uh, just information messages or warning messages. Okay, whatever the type you selected, if it is software, then you are just writing warning message. If it is hardware or something, it is you are giving error message. Okay, add form message. Is there anything called form message? Na? Info message and error message is there. Form message, I don't know. Yeah, right? It's worked, ma? Ah, you seen it. Very good. No problem. Okay. And then is new record. Okay, she's trying something new. Is new record. Okay. And what she's doing. Okay. When you are creating a record, that time you want to do some activity on loading time. If it is a new record, not the existing record. Okay, you want to do only for new record. Then see here, she took gform is new record to one variable new record. If it is true, where is that? If it is true, that means the creation it is a new record creation. Then she is automatically setting some values like default values. Okay, okay. If it is not true, maybe she is doing something else. And here also she is doing so many things. Okay, get reference of email and all. Get okay, but same concepts. Okay, so like this, I think you can also practice it. Getting late, so I am skipping it. So what else we have, ma? On child edit, we seen it. Phone number, email ID, on change, we seen it. Okay, on load also we seen it. Practice all functions. Yes, we I think not seen it, but all the functions in one place. Okay, so everything is there here, right from slash. Only few get control sheet right. Okay, I don't know. And uh, testing functions. What is this? all the all the functions, gform functions, everything. This is actually all of them, right? Right from record decoration, remove decoration, confirm, everything. Options, remove options related is also very important. Choice creation, choice removals, something, right? So client script. Okay, if you are able to complete this one and speak about them clearly, confidently, enough. Okay. Now we moved it to server side script. So that's what we seen it, right? So for client script, we covered these minima. And G user also we discussed. It's very simple one. Okay. But it won't work always how we expected. Okay. In G user, what are the things we covered? G user has roles, has role exactly, has roles from list something. Okay. Those things we tried and we see the results, but when Vedasri Garu tried, she didn't get the results, but I don't know. Okay, but I was able to show it. First time I didn't get it because I didn't test it properly. Next time I showed it, right? That also little important. G user API and interview questions related to it. Okay, those four important differences. Ma. Has role exactly. That is one of the important questions. Okay, align that with a scenario and then try to keep it. Okay, if I want to show maybe a field only for okay show or hide or any operation okay only for okay xyz role has role exactly we say correct. Yes, okay. Now then we went to server side scripting again. First we started with just a script example. Okay, and then we discussed what we discussed what ma 20 glide record. Okay, glide record business rules we started with, not glide record. First we see in the definitions of definition of okay business rule. So here people are getting struggle to understand again and again. Okay, I but it is very simple. There are four types of business rules. Okay, when the second action runs is the main agenda here. Before business rule, after business rule, async business rule, display business rule. Okay, display is completely out of picture. Okay, but those three before business rule, after business rule, async business rule, before. So action one is your action that is triggered by user. Action two is the action that you write it to execute the code. The action two will run first and then this action one which you triggered will update in the database. Okay. So that's where we took the use of Basico notes, Basico service now. He written this one. So when it was completely confusing, I copy pasted it and this makes very easy to understand. Okay, this one is before the second action will run before the main action updates in the database. The second action, the code that you write in, will execute after the main action updated in the database, and async is completely different. It separately runs in the other separate transaction. Okay, these two. No, ma, don't ask. Don't ask questions. I already answered so many. Yes, tell me, please. Yes, yes. That's it, ma. Simple. Here it is there, na? Same. Simple. You got it now, finally. Okay. Okay. No. Why? Oh, we can have it. So you want to execute one particular rule for every table. So that is global business rule. I don't know how to frame it, but you can check it, ma. Okay, you can check that global business rule. I will check it and then give it. Okay. Okay. And in system also you can check global business tools examples, but give it to me. This is also one of the important. Maybe you can keep it as interview question. You can say no. No, man. You can say no because in live now you don't touch these kind of things. Why you want to run a rule on every table? You are working live now, so you didn't get it. But for knowing the knowledge purpose, you know. That way you need to cover the answer. Okay, very good. So yeah, why I written here? Which one is our file? Okay, this is our file, and this is what we started with this server side coding, and then okay, here in server side coding, how many windows? Okay, async business rule. Why? Glide record example. Okay, with one of the type I think we discussed, and then introduction of glide record we discussed it. Okay, and then again here I think we discussed it. Okay, and for these three or four classes from here 26 to 28 we discussed glide record. This is core. Okay, for entire service now when you say development, this is core. People will not touch the client script also. It interviews, but if I don't say about glide record, no need to attend the interviews. That is the expectation now. And why it is such an important because it has so many dependencies. Wherever you write server side script, this is the only concept you need to use to write. Okay. And I think we discussed as deeper as possible with multiple scenarios and we tried to complete all the important, what do you say, ma? Important methods or functions of client record. So we covered all these ones and we seen the results. Okay, and we also executed one by one and we also given some scenarios. Okay, to practice it. So you practiced it, ma? Where are these scripts? Okay, so business tool scripts. This is a good one. No, no, this is a good one. Yeah, this is my notes. This is yeah, this one. Okay, business tools. Adding users to group. Okay, with a comment. So let just give me 1 second. Which one is the first one? One. This one is the first one. Okay. So GR practice, I think the same thing. Okay. Now this is again group network category hardware. So this is add or condition, amma. Okay. Yeah. So let it be anyway. Okay. We will see some samples here. Okay. See, first one is what? Why it didn't come? Why it didn't come? Okay. Very good. Okay. So if we see one example at least, what she is doing is what we ask her to do or something, whatever it is. Okay, there is a GR member table. There is a field in the table, user table. Okay, if you select it, maybe VIP. If VIP equal to true, we need to add him to a group. VIP manager has some group. Here also we need to mention it, group name. Okay, maybe something like a VIP manager group. Okay, or you need to write here add code here now there you can write like this script is to add user to a group. Okay, where the condition is true something. So this is the best practice one. If you write it, it will be making very nicely, right? So when the type equal to VIP, current dot, you are on the record. If current dot VIP equal to true, you are going to GR member table because that's where the group and the relationship of user will be attached. Okay, and then you are creating a record there. That means you are adding a user to group. And also we are writing one line info message. Okay, the info message is, okay, there is something called u underscore short underscore notes. There is a field, okay, general field. In the general field, you are writing something like, okay, the username is added to group, just a message. And in reverse, okay, if we check false and then save or update it, the business rule will run and then it will be removed him from the group. So gr member table remove record code. Again, you write the same like is removed from the group, right? So these are all commented, no need to see. Okay, but this is the primary script. This is one of the very important example we see. Okay, in live also use not exact example, but these kind of scenarios you will get it more for business rules. Okay, so everyone practice this. This is such an important one. In my environment, we have two like this. There are two groups. Okay, there are very high level groups where everyone needs to have it to get the control of so many catalog items and all. So whenever a user is IT user, there is a type called IT. If he is IT user, then he will be part of one group. He is from CWK contract group user, he will be part of other group. Same times when the user is inactive type, okay, or the value is changing, that time we will be removing user from group also. So all the combinations we have it. Okay, and it follows the same logic. Correct? Yes or no? Yes or no? So, yeah. So this is one important thing, and then parent state closed child. This is like one of the very important scenario, ma. When you are discussing async business rule, this scenario you can build it. Okay, but keep in mind that don't tell I implemented for problem and incident table, or I implemented maybe incident to incident table, because they are out of the box. Okay, you don't have anything to implement. Okay, but let's say you created a custom table and then that custom table have the related list with some other table. If you are closing this, it is also updating or closing or doing something. It is not only closing, it is updating also. Okay, if I am updating in parent incident, the same update should happen to all the child instance also, right? So that kind of updations or closures, everything can be controlled here. Only important thing is we need to know the relationship. Okay. When you add a user to group, where is the connection? GR member table. When you are uh, seeing incidents and child incidents, where is the connection? Okay. In incident table, there is something called parent. I think it's parent or parent underscore incident. Ma. This query is wrong, dear. This is your custom. Gula. But you are going to incident table here, no? You are going to incident table. Aha. Okay, okay. Parent equal to. Understood, man. Understood. You are correct now. Yeah. So next, getting some message and then updating these two because they are values. We need to set it before you close it. Okay. And then where is the actual one? Record dot state equal to closed. You are just updating it, ma. You are not changing the state value. Are you doing it? But where you are closing it? You are just closed code, closed nodes, and set workflow. You said it, okay, and then you are updating it. Oh, okay. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Here, sorry, ma. I understood. Yeah. Okay. So you are closing the child instance also, and we need to pass this to. Why? If we don't pass this to, it will fail. Why, ma? If I don't pass, Why system knows that these are mandatory fields? Data, yeah, data policy is our next topic. Okay, so I will give this course. Maybe you can practice it. This is also one of the important thing. And then this is a comment, no, don't know, but this previous current also. That is very one of the important question. I always confuse. So see here, you are out of current will work. Previous will not work. Yes. In async business tool, previous will not work because you are out of context to that particular transition, and dot previous means previous value of that particular update. No, you can't get the control. Okay. So here, these are the scripts you can practice it, and this is how we discussed it. And I also given some practical things also. I think everyone needs to practice it. This is one practical thing. This is second. Okay, parent and child third, and then when I think yesterday after this script include, we also given this is one more. Okay, fourth one, and in script include also we given one or two. Okay, totally minimum five we given it. So if we are able to write at least minimum five, you will get you will I am sure you will get the exact base strong knowledge. Okay, and that is a starting point again. Okay, UI actions, initialize, insert, creation of UI action. Okay, here client callable will come, and there is one important question will come here like UI action can be called from script. Yes, it can be called using GSFT. Okay, and then we see data policy, right? Data policy is also the same concept which we see now. Okay, and script include yesterday very latest one. So script include is very important here. Uh, I think we discussed it. Now two examples we seen. One example is auto populating. Why we need to use script include for that particular scenario? Why can't we use get reference? Get reference will work when it is a reference field. But if it is a text field or something else where you have to write a query to get the data from server side, then you will go for script include. Okay, that too. See here, don't see from one script point of view. If you write a script include and a function, the same function can be used in n number of places. Auto population only. Okay, keep the auto population centralized, print all the values, and then use it whenever you want to use, wherever you want to use. Right? And then we see in dynamic reference qualifier. What exactly we covered here, in dynamic reference qualifier? So we see PA utilities, PA contributor script. There is a script include and a function get contributors. Okay, we are calling it from dynamic filter options. Okay, so here also see this is also one of the important what is dynamic filter. Okay, they what you can call them. Okay, and then here also we see how you can call a script include from normal place, not client script. How you can call a script include from client script? How you can call a script include from a client script? Glide Ajax, right? That is the answer you given, huh? Maybe I, yes, Glide Ajax. Okay. So if you are want to call a script include outside, then it is script include dot function name. Simple. Okay. Maybe you need to add new. Okay. And then yesterday we discussed GR like G Scratchpad one. That is also one way to call from server side to client side, and also schedule jobs also we seen it. And yesterday class was very important class. It is not because of the display business tool and schedule job, but the attempt which we ran and failed, and then we find something and then executed successfully. The people will ask me what you implemented, what you troubleshooted. Okay, the troubleshooting is something like it is not like this is the answer for everything. You are executing some script, right? Now the script is not executed. So how you are finding it out where the issue is, and then how you rectified it. That is what the troubleshooting. Okay. So what we did yesterday, in order to run the script exactly correctly, we ran it first time. We didn't see the results. Set workflow. How we come to know that because of other business rules it is failing? Set workflow equal to false is a fix, but how we come to know? Where? How? Okay. In the background script we are running it, but how we got to know that the other business rules are running? We are printing it. We are printing it inside the loop. Okay. When we are printing inside the loop, okay, we got to know that it is running multiple times. Okay. So our requirement is to run only one time because we know. Okay, but it ran for multiple times, maybe 4 times or 8 times. Then we got to know like, okay, it is recursive. It is running again and again, and that is the reason we kept set workflow equal to false. So it is not like only understanding the code and then execute it, but also when you are getting stuck now, we need to identify. If it is a client script, maybe we'll keep an alert and then try to see what values you are getting it, how you troubleshoot it, how you fix it. But if it is in server side, okay, someone I think somewhere I see in the alert if, so that means she's trying to know whether the loop is entered correctly or not. Where exactly she is? She is in if loop or for loop, so else loop. So here also you are getting a recursive issue, okay, but when, how? Okay, here you are getting two, count two. It is correct. Outside the loop, you are correct. It is saying two or one. But inside the loop, it is saying eight or four. So something is wrong here. Why? Maybe our other immediate guess is maybe other business tools are running. That was the class we discussed deeply when we are discussing set workflow equal to false. Correct, la? Okay. Those are all will come when you have a basic strongness. Okay, it's not like this is a scenario you need to do this one. No one can uh, get it immediately. That's for sure. The more you see, okay, maybe this time this issue, maybe next time you are trying to update gr.state equal to 7 or 6, it is not running. The background script is not running. So that time, okay, you need to know why it is failing. The system is telling you like this particular data policy is running. Then you need to go to data policy and then check and then understand the data policy and pass the values to execute your script correctly. So it is not a single line to tell, but it is associated with other concepts where you need to understand one by one, right? Correctly? So these are the main things we covered, and interview questions also I think covered. We don't have time now, so that's why I'm ending here. But still, we have some interview questions like in slide record. Okay, has role. Sorry, next underscore next query underscore query. What is the difference? Okay, and set workflow. What is the importance of set workflow? Okay, and auto sys fields. What is that? Okay, and writing these kind of codes. Add query, add encode query, add or condition. Okay, and all these things are very important. How you receive the question is completely up to that particular time frame, the mood of the interviewer. But however the question comes, directly or indirectly, this question can be asked directly. What is a set workflow? This question can be asked indirectly. Okay, like if I run a business tool, okay, will other business tools will run or not? Yes, it will run. If you say yes, why? You select it, insert an update. Okay, and then how you prevent it? For every business tool, you set workflow equal to false? No. Then those and all will come associated. So you should have this discussion in your mind so that that time your mind will tell you the exact answer. We can't write every question in a paper. People will ask me, sir, whenever I say na, any interview questions in YouTube, immediately they will ask, sir, send me the answers of this question and questions. I will send. Then those only the questions will come or no. In one sentence, we framed 5 questions, right? Yes or no? So we should know the in and out of it, and then only you can answer properly. That your mind should tune to that situation. That will come when you read it, when you hear it, when you practice it hardly. If you don't practice it, you don't see that functionality. Set workflow equal to false. The yesterday example, or maybe other example like what is the data policy example. You don't, if you don't see it, even if you know the concept, your mind will not take you to the exact point. Okay, especially scripting, you have to practice it. Okay, so those are the things. I will try to get the questions. Maybe if someone prepared the questions, please send me. It will help everyone. Or else I sent this document already. It have very limited questions. I have to update it, but I'm not getting time. Okay, we'll try to come up with all the questions, and when it is ready, I will send you back again. And in case when you are preparing it, if you feel like this is an interview question, that way, if you prepare a list of big list, please send it. Everything is a question. You can frame it, right? So if you see one simple thing like client script, what is a client script? Types of client script, difference between client script and UA policy. Okay. In client script also, what is on change, what is on load, what is each loading, what is each template. Everything is a question. Whatever you feel it, whatever your mind is telling, that is a question, right? Yes, ma'am. Yes, right. My last person who got job, na, like we did that interview, right? Like she was expressing, na, she practiced well, that's for sure. Okay, and they asked her to share the PDA and then given some scenarios like create a catalog item, write a script and all. She did it. She got selected. Now 10 lakhs from 4.5 to 10 lakhs. She got it. Simple, very simple interviews. Only thing is, it is simple when you practice it. If you just listen me and then read the questions answers, it is not simple. For one sake, it is very good, ma. If you practice now, it is very easy for you to do. Okay. I'm sure many people see here, ma. I should not tell these things because it is taking time. Nowadays, na, fast track is coming. Fast track, fast track. You know fast track, huh? So people are coming, sir. Yesterday one girl called me, said, "Sir, I learned service now already. Okay, paying this much. Okay, sir, I want you to take me fast track course, sir." I said, "What is fast track, ma'am?" Okay, so I don't have time. I will ask like this only, ma. I think you know me, right? So now, yeah, whenever I get this kind of question, I immediately ask, "What is fast track?" So, sir, I don't have time. Okay, I want this course in 10 days, sir. Okay. So what you know? She said, I know ITSM, I know ServiceNow concepts, I know catalogs. Okay. How many catalogs you created? Zero, sir. I never created. How many scripts you written? Zero. Okay. What you know? I know ServiceNow, sir. Okay. She attended interviews. She said, sir, I am failing to answer, sir. All my interviews are gone, sir. Why? Because you didn't prepare. What you know again? I know ServiceNow, sir. So, okay. Fine. So you will pay me for fast track. I will charge something. What I need to teach you? I will ask. So for interview point of view, I need to prepare. Sir, you teach me like that. So I will start one topic. Let's say I will start. Okay, catalogs. Okay. For interview point of view, how can I show my? I will open a form and then she will ask me, sir, what is this? I need to explain. Na? There, the 7 days will take 15 days. The full expectation. I have to again teach 50 days of class. Correct only, na? So they are expecting like this, so they don't know what is the output, and people who trained them, they didn't set the things clearly, and these people also they don't have patience. They have to learn 50 classes or 100 classes and strong deep knowledge with practice and then go. Okay, why? They don't have time because they already uploaded resume and they don't have time. They are vip, double vip users. They can't wait for another 1 month. So wait till you get strong basics and then attempt it. Until you don't get strong basics, if you are not comfortable to create a catalog item, to create a basic simple client script, to create a basic simple business rule, a script include, array, what is that? Like what are the concepts? Simple things only. I am sure, ma, I didn't cover even 2% of service now. You can scold me whatever you said, but I not even cover 2% of service now. Even though we covered this much, I will agree because what we covered nothing. Simple scenarios, one line code. You may get it very deeply in live, and people don't prepare this also, and then they will say fast track. How can we teach more? You tell me. So I said, dear, I can't teach. I am not the facilitator like this. Sorry. There are so many facilitators are there in market. They will do fast track. You just please consult. I said like this. I lost some money, but I am fine. That is true, na? If I accept that money, if I spend 10 days of time and teach fast track, after 10 days, what she will do? She will attend interviews. Again, she will go with a blank mind. She will fail. And then she will say, you know, like she will say, this guy cheated me. Correct, na? The same way she is telling about other facilitator. So, setting the right expectation is very important. And please practice it hard. This is not the way we need to go. I seen some gap today. People are not practiced because of your current job's time and all. You asked me time. Okay. But we completed like this scripting. Whoever joined for scripting now, it is for this message is for them. Okay, it is completed and it is more than enough. So please practice it. Be with a strong mind and then go. Right? For whoever joined, like Soumya and all. Okay. For remaining people, like B18 people, yes, we are in the phase. We will be seeing the same scripting in so deep level next phases. The scripting is not ended here. Okay. Catalogs, there also you see client script. Workflows, there also you see run script, server side script. Okay. Integrations, there also you see server side script. So everywhere scripting is attached. Now, if you don't complete this page, na, those two will be lighter for you. You don't understand anything. You will understand, but you don't be confident. Okay. So today, Saturday, means we completed only half day or starting of the day. Still we have Saturday, Sunday, full day means 18 hours. Okay, plus 24 hours or maybe 10 hours plus 24 hours we have it. Before Monday class, okay, please complete all of them and hope this particular revision class will help you. Okay. So you still have few small questions will come, but those and all will be answered when you are strong with the basics. You only will understand. You don't need to ask anyone. If you read some one line, you will understand it. Right? Okay. So I think that's it for my side today. Okay.